I don't think I can express my level of disdain for those in the White House without getting struck off YouTube. No, I don't think I could, to be honest. No, we've been hearing a lot of stories about kids, what have you, been deported with the parents in the last few weeks without due process. Well, I've got a video clip here, interview, Meet the Press, NBC News, with Marco Rubio and his giant ears. Yeah. Like fucking Dumbo. But, and he dances around on the head of a pin, and he misses he either deliberately misses the point or just misses the point of the question. Now, he's going by the fact that Donald Trump signed an executive order, right? But the fact of the matter is, this goes against your Constitution. Everyone in the United States is awarded due process. Simple as that, all right? Well, Marco Rubio, what an evil fucking piece of work he is. Listen to this.
Let's talk now about some new reporting that came in overnight. I want to just go through it for you and for our audience. 3 U.S. citizen children have been deported with their mothers. Now, this is according to the Washington Post. The family's lawyer says one of them is a 4-year-old with stage 4 cancer, deported without medication or ability to contact doctors. The family's lawyers are also saying their clients were denied communication with family and legal representatives before being deported, and it's raising concerns about the issue of due process, that it's being violated. So let me ask you, is everyone on U.S. soil, citizens and non-citizens, entitled to due process?
Yes, of course. But let me tell you, it looks, in immigration standing, the laws are very specific. If you're in this country unlawfully, you have no right to be here, and you must be removed. That's what the law says. Somehow, over the last 20 years, we've completely lost this notion that somehow, or completely adopted this idea that, yes, we have immigration laws, but once you come into our country illegally, it triggers all kinds of rights that can keep you here indefinitely. That's why we were being flooded at the border. And we've ended that, and that's why you see a historically low number of people not just trying to cross our border, trying to cross the border into Panama, all the way down in the Darien Gap. I mean, it's been a huge help for those countries as well. On the headline, that's a misleading headline. Okay, 3 U.S. citizens, ages 4, 7, and 2, were not deported. Their mothers, who are legally in this country, were deported. The children went with their mothers. If those children are U.S. citizens, they can come back into the United States if there's their father or someone here who wants to assume them. But ultimately, who was deported was their mothers who were here illegally. The children just went with their mothers. But it wasn't like, you guys make it sound like ICE agents kicked down the door and grabbed the 2-year-old and threw him on an airplane. That's misleading. Yeah. That's just not true.
It's actually not misleading, because it's pretty much what they've been doing. The fact of the matter is, a 2-year-old being separated from their mother, they don't know whether or not they are a 3-person family. You know, there's a husband and a wife that could look after the child. They don't know. They ain't said that. No. Also, she might be breastfeeding at 2-year-old. And then you go on to the 4-year-old with cancer. I just is this really what the United States is about now? Is it? Do you really want to put your name to this? This is just one example. There's been loads of examples out there where kids have been deported with the parents or with one parent, or families have been separated because of it. Now he's trying to make out, well, the child could have stayed with his father or her father. We don't know if the father's on the scene, do we? The point of the question was, though, wasn't just the fact that they've been deported, is whether or not they've been deported with due process. Now, he's trying to make out that, he goes over and over and over and over again the same point, that effectively things have changed now because of these executive orders, but they haven't. An executive order does not change the Constitution. They have no value. Most of them are getting struck out in court, but they're still doing this shit. Like birthright citizenship, for instance. If that's the fucking case, why is Marco Rubio's missus still in... Actually, Marco Rubio? No, Marco Rubio, that's J.D. Vance's missus. Why is she still in the... Uma Vance, still in the United States? She should be chucked out and all while you're at it. These people are disgusting. I think you need to make it quite clear so people understand that's not what... If you don't believe in this and it's not what you signed up for, even if you did vote for Donald Trump, maybe, you know, make it clear that you didn't sign up for this. This is not what you voted for. The separation of families. Homan, John Homan, was it John Homan? Or Oman, anyway, that borders are. He made it quite clear, didn't he, that we'll separate the families, he said, didn't he? We'll deport them with the mothers and fathers and stuff, you know. The children. But even if, that child did stay, that poor kid is going to go into foster care or something, you know what I mean? It's just... You can't do that to people. This is just cruel and immoral. And these are working people. In most cases, they're doing their bit, paying taxes and getting nothing for it. Apart from staying there. But they're literally getting nothing for it. They don't get no benefits now. It's like in the United Kingdom, when someone comes to the United Kingdom on a visa scheme, they don't get no benefits. All these lies flying about, they don't get anything. They have to actually pay an additional fee to get health care in the United Kingdom with our NHS. They have to make a contribution. A yearly contribution to whether you use it or whether you don't. Oh, anyway, you tell me what you think. It really makes me bitter, I tell you. It's not good for my mental health. Anyway, if you want to support the channel, do it on Patreon or Pies of Coffee, and the link's down below, but I'll keep on doing it. I don't get many views, but so what, so it is. But please share my old videos, it might help a little bit. And boot the old like button. Oh dear. Anyway, toodaloo.